Hey book fans, it's Carrie Woodward from Carrie's Book Corner, and I'm here today to talk to you about our newest mid-season releases from October 2016. So to get started, we're going to go with 100 Birds to Fold and Fly. This is a book that goes off of the 100 Paper Planes to Fold and Fly, so you see all of the instruction pages right there, and then the child gets to flip through and pick the paper that they want to create all kinds of beautiful birds that they can then fly. Next up is the Fairy Gardens Magic Painting book. The child uses the pen on the cover, dips it into water, and then applies it to these beautiful illustrations. They're very, very colorful. The pages just come out very, very vibrant. So this is the newest in our Magic Painting series. Next up is the Winter Sports sticker book. This is a reusable sticker book and takes you through a series of different winter sports and the characters that are preparing for their competitions. So in the middle then we have the stickers that go onto the different characters as they prepare for their competitions. It is reusable, so you can change things around if you want. The step-by-step drawing dinosaurs is next. This is a step 2 how-to book, so there's lots of white space for them to practice all of their dinosaur creations, and it keeps everything all in one spot. So they get to practice, they can see how their drawings have gotten better throughout practice and time, and so it's just a great art book for them. Billy B. Brown and Hey Jack are introductory chapter book series, and they now have some cool little coloring books that go with them. So a great gift idea would be to get a few of the Billy B. books and maybe the activity book, the coloring book to go with. Or to purchase a couple of the Hey Jack books and then maybe the coloring book to go with. Both of the books feature some stickers as well, so it's just a good fun for those little ones who are learning to independently read. Next up is Architect Academy. In Architect Academy, the child is going to go through a series of simulations similar to what an architect would do and would learn. And so they're going to learn how to draw different types of houses and buildings. They're going to learn about building materials, and there's all kinds of simulations for them to do. At the back, there is a game that they get to play, as well as a punch-out drawbridge that they get to use their architecture skills to build. All right, next up we've got some reading books. So this is a new one called What's Below, and it is a pop-down book. Pop-down book. So you can see what's happening on top of the canopy as well as what's happening underneath. And so it just is a very, very cool nonfiction book about what is happening underneath us. This one's the city. Just a real cool book. My kiddo really enjoyed that one when I read it last night. Scribble and Author is all about Scribble, our main character, who has to go through the journey of going through an entire book to find a friend. So he meets up with different challenges throughout the way, all on his journey to the end of the story of creating his own character, or creating his own friend, and solving the challenge of the story. Next up is I Love You Americanly. This was written by the same author who did I Love You Animally. So it takes you through all kinds of historical American landmarks and different things that happen throughout different areas of our country, and talks about how you love them. So I love you extensively, like the Continental Divide. I love you protectively, like the Outer Banks Flyway. So all kinds of great adverbs that are used to describe our American landmarks. Next up is Counting Through the Day. This is done by the same author who did B is for Bedtime. So instead of an alphabet book this time, now we have a number book. So if you've got B is for Bedtime, you know that the illustrations are just absolutely gorgeous. The pages are nice, thick cardstock, and it goes through the different counting numbers. Once it gets past 12, it switches to 20, and then hundreds and thousands and millions, all the way to taking the child to bedtime. Next up is Paint Me a Picture. In this book, the artist and the author go through the different colors of the rainbow and describe words that go along that you feel typically when you associate with those particular colors. And it talks all about how green makes you feel and all the different colors. It's a cute book. By the same exact author is Tell Me a Story. And in this story, the author tells the children how to make stories and how wonderful stories can be, and about how you can incorporate any kind of setting or any kind of characters into any of your stories. So this one is Tell Me a Story. And then lastly, for our picture books is Choose Your Own Journey. And in Choose Your Own Journey, the child takes either the boat, bus, car, or bike, and they follow their finger on the trail as their mom or dad reads the story to figure out what is happening with their particular mode of transportation. So they actually get to put their fingers and kinesthetically follow along with what's happening with the modes of transportation in the story. Very cute book. All right, lastly, we've got some new books that are in series. So we have one other book in this series, but this is the new one in the Peek Inside a Fairy Tale. So this is Peek Inside a Fairy Tale, Cinderella. It's absolutely gorgeous. So many cutouts, some flaps to get you actually inside of buildings. The cutouts and the hole punches within the actual page are just absolutely stunning. Very, very beautifully done, and tells the wonderful tale of Cinderella. Next up, the new Q&A book, What is Poop? So this one is fantastic. It takes you through the process of who makes poop, why they make poop, where poop goes when you poop, and what other animals do with their poop. So a very, very cute flap book called the Lift the Flap Questions and Answers, What is Poop? In the My First Word book series, we have a new one called Things That Go, and this one is all about different modes of transportation. So we have all kinds of great pictures and the words that we would use to describe them. So just a fantastic vocabulary building book for our youngsters. All right, Billy B has two new preschool adventure books. She has Jungle Adventures and the Yummy Bakery Adventures. So we have two other ones in this series, and now there are 4 total, but this is Billy B in preschool. And so when she goes to preschool and meets her friends, she goes on these awesome journeys through make-believe, and then comes back to the classroom, and her parents always pick her up at the end. But it's these stories are all about her adventures in preschool and where she goes with her make-believe. All right, next up is the Cats and Dogs Picture Puzzle book. In these books, this is a thick cardstock page, so it's very nice. And then there's these text bubbles where there are all the questions of all of the things that you are supposed to find within the pages of this book. So all kinds of questions, all related about cats and dogs and things to find. Fun puzzle book. Lastly, we have the newest reading series. This is Lily the Elf. This is an introductory chapter book series very similar to Billy B. Brown. And so you have some great illustrations still on the page, but not a whole lot of words. Not very thick of books, but very great for introductory chapter books. So there are 4 in the series. There is The Midnight Owl, The Wishing Seed, The Precious Ring, and The Elf Flute. So all 4, all about Lily the Elf and her adventures in being an elf and what's going on in her life. So that is just a great sampling of the new titles that we have out mid-season, and check them out online. Thanks. Bye.